Hey guys, PopGamer1202 here, and welcome back to WWE 2K19 Universe Mode, where we are kicking off SmackDown Live with a huge one-on-one match. But before we jump into it, I want to take a second to thank you guys for your support shown on the first episode of this new series. Now, I know it was pretty rough at times with some poor editing and technical choices on my behalf, but this is just the start to things. As we journey through this series, I'll hopefully improve and find my grounds in regards to how I want this series to go. But for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. With that said, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to show support down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do, feel free to hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. We are kicking off an amazing night of matches with a dream headliner as the Architect goes one-on-one with the Animal. Of course, Seth Rollins, one of the best superstars to ever step foot in the WWE, taking on a legend in the wrestling world, Batista. Of course, Batista is not only known for his in-ring work, but you can also find him as Drax in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Quite the entertainer, such a great performer, and to see both of these men going at it so early on in this series is huge. This is going to be a big match and a lot on the line as both men look to make an impact here in Universe Mode. Batista wants to beat Seth Rollins just as much as Seth Rollins would love to beat Batista. Two of the greatest superstars to ever step foot in the squared circle, going at it to kick off the blue brand here tonight. Both men in their righteous corners as the ref gets ready to ring the bell and get this match underway, and so it begins. Seth Rollins, a high flyer, Batista, a powerhouse. Two completely different wrestling styles clashing in this huge headliner. Like I said, to see these two going at it so early in the series is a crazy start. Batista working the body of Seth Rollins already, trying to get him to the middle of the ring. The Animal not playing around. He's come ready for a fight, and he's definitely wants to take home the victory here. I mean, to win the first ever match of SmackDown Live on Universe Mode would be quite the honor for both of these men, but they've each got quite the challenge on their hand. Both superstars are very unpredictable. They could bring anything to the table, and there's no way. And when you're in when you're in the ring with an opponent like one of these two men, there's no way of knowing what you'll have to do with. Seth Rollins not going down without a fight and takes Batista to the outside. Seth Rollins going after him, wasting no time getting back on the offense, but Batista with the reversal. And a huge clothesline as the ref gets to the count of 3. Seth Rollins back on his feet, taking huge right arms from Batista, but Rollins slides him back into the ring. Batista in a bad spot there, but he gets back up. Seth Rollins with the Irish whip into the ropes, kind of just throwing Batista around like a puppet at this point. Drags him to the middle of the ring, and a huge move. There's that skill set that makes Seth Rollins so loved among the fans. The Animal not doing too good with Seth Rollins on the advantage and into the pinfall, but only a 1 count. Batista still got a lot left in him. All he's got to do is get back to his feet. Seth Rollins got him in a headlock here, though. This could be bad for the Animal. This is kind of a scary move. But no, it looks like Batista using all of his strength to fight out of it. Seth Rollins gets knocked back, and Batista on top of it once again, and sends the Architect into the corner with a huge Irish whip. I lost my words there for a second. Not the best commentator, I know. No need to judge. Seth Rollins back to his feet. A spine buster. What a move. As you can see, that got the crowd roaring. Batista setting something up here. It's been a while since I've seen this. The Batista bomb. Seth Rollins is in the middle of the ring. Not a great place to be. Into the pinfall. Could this be it? And no, Seth Rollins kicks out at 2.5, barely hanging on. I'm pretty sure everybody in the audience and the referee thought that that'd be it right there. Batista did too. I mean, he's probably surprised that Rollins was able to kick out of such a menacing move. But Batista not wasting any time trying to be shocked and right back onto the offense, trying to work Seth Rollins down. Does not work though. Rollins with a lot of energy still, and the kick. Of course, Rollins' signature move there drags Batista to the middle of the ring. Another one of those amazing aerial flips that we saw moments ago onto the body of Batista and into the pinfall, but the animal kicks out. Both men giving it everything they got, hanging on to their last bit of strength to survive this battle. Rollins again with the hammering kicks to Batista's shoulder, trying to damage him in some sense. And now Rollins on the top. Batista in a bad position. A huge elbow drop there from the Architect, the Kingslayer. Rollins goes by many names, but tonight he may be the animal beater, the animal defeater, the Batista destroy. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. You never know. This could be a big opportunity for Rollins. What about here? He went for the King's Landing, but he can't do it. Batista just barely gets the shoulder up. Batista rolls out of harm's way and back onto his feet. Now it's the Architect that's being worked down. Batista with the hammering kicks, trying to give Rollins a taste of his own medicine, and two huge elbows onto Rollins' back, sending him face first into the mat. Batista rolls him over. Could this be it? But no, as you see, Batista busted open, bleeding from the forehead. Not the most comfortable situation to be fighting through. That happened moments ago at the hands of Seth Rollins. Animal may be busted open though, but he's still giving it his all, trying to overcome the Architect here. But no, Rollins with the signature, taunting a little bit, trying to get the fans on his side before going for that dreaded finisher. If he even does, he goes for the pinfall. Can this be it? And it is. Seth Rollins with the victory over Batista. What a match. Such a back and forth showdown. Either man could have taken home the victory there, but it just showed that Seth Rollins may just be the better wrestler. What an insane collision from the Animal and the Architect. Both men gave it everything they got, brought everything they had to the table, but for Batista it just wasn't enough to overcome the power that Seth Rollins induces. What a huge victory for the Architect to kick off his Universe Mode for a career. And what the heck? That's Randy Orton. The Viper, the Apex Predator, is here. He goes after the attack on Seth Rollins, but Rollins fighting back, not letting Orton ruin his victory celebration. What is this? Why did Orton attack Rollins? I don't think it really matters. He might regret it here. Seth Rollins saying, no, not today. Orton rolls out of the harm's way, gets back in and continues fighting, but no, Rollins with the reversal. Good night, Randy Orton. This shows that you do not want to mess with an adrenaline-filled Seth Rollins, and I know what this is. Setting up for the curb stomp. What a move. Sending Orton face first into the ring. Oh my gosh, what a huge moment. Probably not the way that Seth Rollins expected to celebrate his victory here tonight, but I'm interested to see if any type of rivalry builds up within what just happened. Moving on though, we've got Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe in one-on-one action as both men look to build momentum here on the inaugural episode of SmackDown Live. It looks like Samoa Joe picks up the win over the King of Extreme. No holding back on the match card tonight as we take a look at a huge triple threat match between Bobby Roode, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor, who each show interest in stepping into the Intercontinental Championship picture, but it looks like it's going to be Sami Zayn who picks up the win over Finn Balor. Next up, we've got some mid-card announcements from our SmackDown Live General Manager, Shane McMahon. Here comes the money. SmackDown Live General Manager Shane McMahon here to make some sort of announcement. I don't know what that announcement is, but usually when Shane O'Mac picks up the mic, it's a good thing. So let's hear him out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to SmackDown Live. We are kicking things off with a huge match card as we look to make SmackDown Live the best brand that Universe Mode has to offer. But, as Titus O'Neil stated last night on Raw, you cannot be the best brand without a champion. That's why I'm out here proud to announce that at the Royal Rumble, the WWE Championship will be on the line in a 30-man Royal Rumble match. That's right, 30 of the best superstars from both Raw and SmackDown battling it out to be crowned champion. And if a superstar from Raw wins that match, they will transition over to SmackDown Live and defend the title as a member of the Blue brand. Enjoy the show. What a huge announcement from SmackDown Live General Manager Shane McMahon. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited for Royal Rumble as it's shaping out to be quite the pay-per-view. Of course, over on Raw, we've got two huge championship matches in the making still. Next episode, we're going to see a fatal four-way match to determine who's going to face Shinsuke at the Royal Rumble for the Universal title, and along with Nia Jax take on Asuka to determine the #1 contender for the Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble as well. Moving on, we've got Dean Ambrose versus The Miz one-on-one, and it looks like the A-lister picks up the win over the Lunatic Fringe. Our fifth showdown on the card is going to be a women's matchup as Becky Lynch takes on Alicia Fox. Randomize that, and Becky Lynch takes home the victory. Straight Fire's got a lot to prove here on SmackDown Live, so I'm interested to see what the future holds for not only her, but the entire women's division. Last but not least, we've got our main event, a huge tag team matchup as Akam and Razor, the authors of Pain, take on the Cologne brothers, Primo and Epico. Huge main event to cap off SmackDown Live, and we are kicking it off with the authors of Pain, one of the most dominant tag teams in WWE history. These guys are quite the force to reckon with. If I were the Clones, I'd be pooping my pants right now knowing that I have to face off against these two. It's kind of scary. Here's the thing, we could be looking at the future SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. These two, Razor and Akam, have a lot to prove here on the Blue brand. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. And tonight, I mean, if they beat the Clone Brothers, that's a great start. I mean, this is the main event of the inaugural episode of SmackDown Live. It's a crazy big opportunity. Hailing from the Bahamas or wherever the heck they're from, the Colones have quite a bit to prove tonight, and a great start to their SmackDown Live run would be defeating the authors of Pain. But can these two handle that dreaded task? Alright, here we go. The match gets underway, and it looks like we have Akam starting it off against Primo, both one-halves of their formidable tag team. A huge knee from Akam, sending Primo to the floor. Already working down the Colones, trying to do quite a bit of damage at the start of this match, but Primo fights back and takes Akam to the ground with him. I'm honestly already surprised by the fight that Primo and Epico are putting up. Only one of them have actually showed off anything. Oh, a nice little double sneaky move there from Epico. Primo gets Akam back to his feet and back into the team corner there. And he's gonna it looks like he's gonna go try to tag in Epico. Akam says no, and make sure that Primo cannot get that tag. Primo is in a really bad condition, or a really bad position. What are we looking at here? A very painful looking double move there from the authors of Pain. It's now Razor in the middle of the ring with Primo Cologne. Working down those shoulders. Primo's definitely in an uncomfortable spot, being worked down by these massive monsters, by these giants that could totally have wiped them out already. So this is, Clones are surviving longer than expected. A lot of strength there in that Hurricanrana from Primo. definitely showing his agility and unique moveset there, and finally goes for the tag. Gives Primo a little bit of a break. It's now Epico that has to handle the Fist of Razor. He might not have to worry about it, though, if he can keep him down, which right now he's succeeding at. Razor gets back to his feet. What was Epico trying to do there? He gets distracted by something, which kind of costs him. Into the corner. A comes back in with a huge double move, slamming Epico into the mat. Yeah, that can't feel great. That's probably like getting ran over by a semi-truck, let me tell you. These two are very scary. but both of these teams bring a lot to the SmackDown Live Tag Team division. Like I said, I'm excited to see what they can do. I mean, this is only the first episode of SmackDown. Again, with that strength from the Colognes, really showing what they're made of tonight. I'm honestly surprised. They're throwing Authors of Pain around the ring like no other man could do. Razor, or Acom, I'm sorry, rolls out of Trouble's way and onto the ground below him. Epico showing off his high-flying ability. And Acom not in the best position, and onto the steel stairs. That painful steel, let me tell you, that does not feel good. It could draw blood. It hurts, trust me. Acom being demolished. This is probably one of the worst positions that I've ever seen the Authors of Pain in. It would not be a great start for them if they lost to the Colognes brothers. I mean, chances are that the winner of this match is going to move on to bigger opportunities, like a shot at the WWE SmackDown Live, or Universe Mode SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Into the pinfall. Barely last. Acom kicks out before the ref can even connect his hand to the mat. Razor right on top of it, though, would have been there to kick out to help Acom out. Those huge right fists pounding into the face of Epico, and it's Razor back in the ring. Epico tries fighting back, and he's able to buy himself a little bit of breath, and sends Razor to the opposing side, away from Trouble's way in Acom there. Epico just circling around, trying to catch his breath, grow that adrenaline there to fight back against the force that's trying to demolish him. Oh my gosh! What a move! Epico moves out of the way, causes Razor to nearly knock Acom off the side of the ring. Those are the types of things that tear tag teams apart. What a smart decision there for Epico, just barely getting out of the way. And now you see Acom just hanging on there, not really in the mood to tag in. That could have cost them the match there. That was insane. What a moment. But Razor quickly on top of it once again. The ref looking on. It's a very unpredictable bout right now, but it seems like Authors of Pain have been at the advantage for a good majority of this matchup here. Again with the shoulder crunches. Epico's upper torso has to be damaged by now. I couldn't see him being able to fight through this, but he continues to, taking those kicks to the knee there. One thing about the Colognes that is for certain is that they do not back down without a fight, and we are seeing that here tonight against the Authors of Pain, and just hammering away at Epico Cologne. Razor doing as much damage as he can. If that's not inside of Primo's head, I don't know what is. I mean, it's bad to see your brother in that position. He doesn't have to do it for much longer. Epico rolls out of harm's way, but Primo is in a fighting mood now. Looks like he bounces off of Razor there. Just too big a force to take down that easily. Drags him to the center of the ring. Is he going to go for a pinfall there? No, looks like he's choosing something else. Getting the fans wild up. Growing that adrenaline there. Into the tag team corner. And a huge move squashing the body of one half of the Clone Brothers that we see in the ring right now. The center of the ring is not a great place to be. Less chance of actually being able to survive a pinfall or submission. Luckily, though, Epico's back up on the ring post. That dreaded shoulder hold that we've seen so fiercely from Razor in this match. Akam hasn't been tagged in a while. Razor just doing tons of damage to both halves of the Colognes. Damaging that knee now of Primo. Sometimes I mix up who's in the ring, so I apologize for that because, literally both of the tag teams are twins. Not the best match choice on my behalf because it kind of gets confusing. We're all good, though. What a move from Epico, but no, Razor just pushes him right off of him like it's nothing. The Authors of Pain taking it like champs. Not a great place to be. Epico into the mat with a huge power bomb, and they do it. Primo just nearly gets to that pinfall, but can't get there in time. Check out these horrific replays. The Authors of Pain dominated the second half of that match, tearing through their opponents, and that is what the Authors of Pain bring to the table. That is what Razor and Akam are made of. I'm sorry, Colognes, and you might have to take a stretcher out of here. I don't know. Guys, the Authors of Pain making a huge impact in tonight's main event. There we have that match ender right there. That huge power bomb. Razor didn't even need Akam to finish it off. He delivered most of the damage there in the last few minutes of that brawl. What a huge victory for these two. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you on the next episode of Universe Mode, which will be Raw, so that's always fun. Bye!